YouTube?
What's happening, YouTube world?
Y'all said we didn't have no heat.
We brought it back for you. Last episode, I want to say the last two-part episode, we did something a little different because it was a more serious topic. There were no sneakers, but they are back. Even though we did talk about sneakers, though.
We did. I would like to say, starting off, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment to At The Soul Plug Show. Working hard. Make sure, if you don't know, now you know, make sure you follow my guy,
Eddie Von Clay and Eclectic Soul Cafe. And
make sure you follow at YPFP_. Please, we're working very hard. So, this weekend has been very, very crazy. If you don't know, All-Star Weekend.
Yep.
Charlotte, what was your takeaway so far from the drops? What you liked, what you didn't like? What was your takeaway from just overall this year's? Because I've seen more heat in previous All-Stars.
Personally, to me, this All-Star, as far as the sneaker releases, wasn't that great.
Right.
The biggest release they had is the Turbo Green, which is not bad. If you look at overall, like, there's always been a one release during All-Star, except for the initial, like when they were doing the whole Area 72 stuff.
Right.
I don't believe there was a one that year and the year afterward, but following, there were ones. I was a little disappointed in this year's All-Star releases.
Definitely was.
You had the ones, you had the UNC ones, the Patents. We should have one of those to review probably next episode or give or take.
They also, like, I'm just disappointed in y'all, Nike. Y'all gave us a pony hair 6s.
Not a fan.
Not a fan, because y'all already gave us a pony hair 4s already before.
I felt like with the purple and the pony hair 6s, though, they could have been more Laker themed and they could have went for something else. It didn't have to be an All-Star release. They're trying to push the purple and Charlotte like so heavy that it's kind of like
it didn't really work.
It's a force.
They also did a 16 like that. I don't know. It wasn't a Soulflower, but they did a Charlotte 16 not released. They did a Charlotte 16, and they haven't released it, but it doesn't work. But I ain't really like it. I think Charlotte is too not Charlotte, but I don't know if it was how the venue was, because next year it's gonna be in Chicago.
Okay.
So
Chicago, they got to do it big. I mean,
because I feel like doing the theme. You go to Jordan hometown of Charlotte for UNC where you play ball at on the team. Now you're going to Chicago. You gotta do it big in Chicago.
But I just feel like the bread colorways alone for any Chicago release is gonna be ridiculous.
Yep.
Depends on what they actually bring out. At this point, I've seen enough ones. I'm kind of over ones, but I know we're gonna get another one.
It depends on what they do. If they give you the leather,
I could see them giving us patent leather bread toe or something. They're gonna do something.
I mean, they already did all
we've already seen before.
They already did the bread. They did the Chicago's. They did the bread toes.
Hometown, homage to home.
Homage to homes. And ain't really too many other. They already gave us the band one.
They gave us the off-white.
The rumor has it the red and black frag supposed to come out this year. So
that I would want, but I hate to say it, it's strictly for the hype, being that it is fragment.
Right.
So I mean,
we gonna see. So just starting off with what we got going on. So we're gonna review the Turbo Green. Now, if you don't have it, me and him differ on this a lot. I'm gonna tell you your part first, and I go. Cause you tell what you think. And we also just let you know we have grade school size and we have men's size.
Absolutely.
So we're reviewing both. So if you don't have the grade school side yet, you can know what to look for, what you like about it, and we go get in depth with it. So please, sir, tell me what you like about both, what you don't like about both.
All right. So outside of the obvious like cut differences between the men's size and the grade school size, and when I say that, I mean like the heel collar, the counter here, they're a little different in height. But outside of that, and the fact that on the men's pair, let me bring it up to you. You can see the SP19 Air Jordan 1 High OG. And on the kids pair, or the GS so to speak, you actually don't get that at all. Other than that, there is no major differences between the two. Personally, I like the shoe. I love the colorway. This colorway is awesome to me. The only thing I am not a big fan of is this leather. The leather that they gave you, and the quality is the same on the GS as well as the men's. The men's is a little bit softer, but it's not super soft. You can still tell it's, I like to call it GR leather. I mean, overall, it's beautiful, but I feel as far as leather choices, they could have came a little bit harder. I do like the little purple accent. The yellow, I could have done without it, but I understand, like the Bobcats, all the good stuff. Overall, it's not a bad shoe, though. I feel like you get a lot of fits off. To me, I would probably flip it. With the purple laces, I'd probably get purple off-white laces just to set it apart from everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, I mean, it was what it was. To me, it wasn't I have to have it. Now, to get it, put it in the archives for later just because of how resale is going and the numbers are doing good on them, I'm not mad at them.
Right.
But overall, they could have been better. That's my only gripe. They could have been better. And with as much hype as it is on All-Star and All-Star releases, I felt that they should have brought the most premium that they could have. Now, this was a GR, to my understanding, a general release. The only limited or quick strike release was actually the 6s, believe it or not, as well as the infrared 6s that dropped. That was also a quick strike. I believe mostly it was Sneakers app release, but a few select stores did get them. But I don't know, it could have been better. It wasn't bad, but it could have been better.
Okay.
But I feel like it is a daily though.
Okay. I'm gonna start with point. My first point is I think All-Star Weekend was trash as far as the shoes they put out. I expect more from Nike. I expect more from a lot because I know cause they gave us the adapts, they gave us something. But if you gonna give me a Jordan 1 for All-Star Weekend, I need to be the best. But aside from that, I'm gonna start with men. So just for y'all who don't have the shoe yet, if you look at the tongue very closely, it's the off-white tongue. I know you probably didn't notice that on it, but it is, so definitely. Also, it comes with 2 sets of laces, purple, turquoise, and of course the white set that's already in it. So when you get your pair, you should have 2 sets of laces. Even the grade school comes with 2 sets of laces.
The only difference with the grade school and the men's, the grade school, you don't get the Jumpman on the bags, and the winding of the laces is a little bit tighter because the bag is smaller. With the men's, it's a little bit looser, but you get the big Jordan bag that everyone's used to. So.
Then also, look at the bottom. Then you can look at your SP. I know fakes are getting really, really good. So, we'll try to show you best way we can. But other than this, if you can really see this part right here is plush. All of this around here is butter. So with that being said, I like it because it almost like it's already been worn to a certain degree. And I like that look. Just like the Nigel Sylvesters when they dropped, it was already like a 1. Because the thing behind 1s is more people like that 1s beat up than they do fresh. So
you get the Nike Air insole with the nice turbo green. Yep. So it's not bad. Overall, it's sweet. I like it.
So if me personally, the patent 1, since it was a women release, is a dope shoe. We'll definitely have that review next time. If you ask me, this I'm gonna put up only because I think it's more of a spring shoe for me. Like when the weather gets warmer, I can see me wearing it with maybe some ripped up jeans, some different stuff. But just overall, I love the shoe. I think it's dope. I think they could have gave us some better leather. It's not bad, but you gave us that tumble leather on the band ones, the Royals, the bread toes. The bread toes leather is so good. So I expected more, but I can't knock because this right here is A1. So
for a GR, it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad at all.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want these, you could have got them. The only thing is they were selling the small sizes. Like we couldn't find grade school sizes. A lot of them they knew what people was doing. They're trying to flip the grade school sizes, and between sizes 4.5 to about 8.5, people was flipping them, even size 9. So I wear size 10, so I got my size. I really want these. Me and my partner Crown right here. When we first seen them on the app, I was like, I gotta get them. So I'm wearing.
I was hype on them. It kind of disappointed me because I was really hyped. This man could tell you I was maybe 2-3 months out when I first saw the release picture. It was like they're a must-have. I have to have them. And then once I actually saw them, I like them. I just don't have to have them. But I do feel like it's a daily wear. Stonewashed jeans, black jeans. You can pretty much wear it with anything. That's what I kind of like about them.
Right.
So I'm not mad at them.
So that's Turbo Green review. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you need any answers for anything, like if you have one, you don't know if it's real, you think it might be fake, let us know. Comment. We'll comment back.
Always willing to authenticate.
Exactly. You can send, matter of fact, you can send pictures to at Eclectic Soul Cafe.
Or Eddie Von Clay.
Or Eddie Von Clay. You can send it to mine is YPP_ or at Living Life Joe. Either one you can send it to, and we can take a look at it for you, let you know it's authentic. We here to help. So we will get into what we love to do here. What you got on, my guy? What's the fit looking like
Fits
today?
for today, I'm all over the place. You got the H&M shirt, Rick Owens leathers, then the 750s. Check the socks. The socks is mean. So that's what I'm doing today. And the Supreme Scully. What we got, Joe?
Okay, I'm simple. So, what's on your foot though?
The 750s.
Can they see them though?
Oh, you want to see the 750s?
Can y'all
You want to authenticate the socks.
they want to make sure it's hot.
Oh, my socks is real. The 750s, can't go wrong with the 750s. At this point, these are almost my dailies. I think Adidas, they really had one with this one. One of the most amazing shoes to me. The hype around it when it first dropped was crazy. This is the Glow Sole release. I wish I could hit the lights for you so you can see it. The glow on these is crazy. But yeah, dope. Yeezy 750s. Can't go wrong.
So, I'm gonna start with what I got on my foot. Now, a lot of people don't like these or they suck on. I love them. Black Satin 5, one of my favorites. We not talking about it, all right? Anyways, Black Satin 5. I love the satin in it, the satin shattered one. I love it. So, as you see, red polo socks.
Finally.
Somebody caught me slipping last week.
Finally.
But simple. Rest in peace to Selena. Selena, one of my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Baby Bum Bum, Dreaming of You. You know, so rest in peace to Selena. But I got it from Spence. I don't know if I got this from Walmart. I think I paid.
You don't have to spend a lot to be fresh.
Yeah.
Remember that, people.
$14. I have on Legacy pants. I think I spent $10 on these. Fit simple. I came out in a hat today, as you can see. Really simple. So I mean, you don't have to be. And then I got these on sale, like $140. So they're really $220, I believe. Got them for $140. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to be fresh. So there you go.
Bless that, man.
Thank you. So now we're gonna get into something we'll switch gears a little bit. So Cause dropped something on Valentine's Day, and we want to show you what's going on.
Boom. The Cause Companion. This is the Dissect, but he actually ended up re-releasing the Dissect as well as the Full Companion. The Full Companion I do not have. Personally, I like the Dissects better because they give you a lot of detail with the actual body. Like, I'm a color person. This particular one is the blush colorway because it's all red, pink-ish monotone. So it's pretty dope. I just happened to get it from the first release, so I did not shoot for the Valentine's Day release, but it was awesome nonetheless. It is an open edition. StockX, it's up and down. So I want to say retail was $200. For the blush colorway, I want to say it's around $250. I've seen as high as $3, but this one really didn't super move the needle. The ones that do are like the black Dissect or the brown Dissect. Those they go up there.
Let me ask a question for the viewers who don't know. Why is that? Why the blush one? I would think more brighter color would move the needle versus.
Honestly, when it comes to Cause, it's kind of hit or miss. I think it's just one of those things where we knew, like, he's notorious for doing stuff like this, whether it be like a Valentine's release or like a special holiday. So the open editions, they re-release a lot sometimes. Okay. Now the black version and the brown version, those are the initial staple colors for like most Cause pieces. Okay. He usually comes out with the black version. He comes out with the brown flesh tone version. Okay. So those tend to do like better as far as resale or appreciation. If you're looking at it for strictly an art piece and not a toy, I generally like to keep mine sealed up. Like, I don't crack them open. Eventually, I think I'm gonna crack them open just to display them, but for the immediate time being, I'm kind of waiting to see if the price will climb and see what I'm gonna do with it. I'm probably gonna keep it nonetheless, though. Okay. Because to me, I look at them as straight art pieces, and it's affordable art. I mean, you look at a traditional Cause piece, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, whereas the common man can actually still own a piece of art for a reasonable price. Yeah. So I love it. It's pretty cool.
So we wanted to show you that. We got some more Cause stuff we'll get into a little later on in the show. Remember Cause giveaway we talked about?
Still doing it.
Still doing it.
We added some stuff. We'll get into that though. So
now we got to talk about this. This Gucci thing, right?
All right.
We covered some of it last episode about the cultural differences and how we feel and all this stuff like that. We thank you for the comments and the people who watched it.
Started a lot of good debates at work and different places I was at. So it was pretty interesting to hear everybody's view and opinion on it.
The only question I have is, so if you don't know, T.I. dissed Money Mayweather, aka Floyd Mayweather, on a track. And it was called Fuck Nigga, excuse my French, but that's what the title of the track was called. My question to you guys, my question to you is, how do you feel that Floyd is moving in his own direction? Because Floyd said,
Now we have this conversation a lot.
yeah,
This
because
is my
Floyd
personal
said,
take
well,
on it.
Floyd exactly words was, I'm living life. And he went into the Gucci store and cashed out. So,
Now, here's my thing. Like, there comes a point where, like, there's activism, there's fake activism, and there's the capitalist activism. Now, this particular situation, we all saw the clothes, the garments, whether it be from Gucci, Prada, or whoever else, Montclair. So we know there was a clear disconnect in what was appropriate, what isn't appropriate, right?
right.
So, to me, this is my personal opinion on the whole brands and everything. The diversity, obviously, someone lacked in that department.
Okay.
Because I don't think any African American or any black person, so to speak, or brown person would have let that fly.
Right.
So immediately after all the backlash, after everything, Gucci stepped up to the plate and said, hey, we made a mistake. We do lack diversity in those areas and in the boardrooms, in the design rooms. And we want to fix that. And they've implemented like a 5-step program in order to start fixing that with more internships, more diversity, more like community projects, more outreach. Of course, most of you know he already linked up with Dapper Dan.
Yep, CEO
So,
came down to talk to him.
Came to Harlem, talked to him. They had a healthy dialogue. Dapper Dan, pretty much, I don't want to say he spoke for the black community, but he voiced his concerns and his opinions on the situation. And we have to understand that Dan is getting a check from this because he works directly with Gucci.
Right.
But at the same time, before anything, as he stated on his Instagram, he's a black man first. So integrity in himself comes first before a dollar. So when it comes switching to Floyd, I understand what Floyd's saying, and he pinned, or someone pinned for him, who knows, a healthy like essay style paragraph about, you know, taking care of your own community first, not necessarily relying on a company to represent you, how him as a citizen, how he reflects the black community. He was one of the original supporters of Dapper Dan when nobody else would.
He did say that. He said Floyd really helped him out, stuff like that.
So, long story short, he was essentially saying is we need to police our own communities first and help each other before we start bashing and taking away from these companies, and essentially not giving these companies so much power outside of, they provide a consumer product. They provide something for us and we consume it and leave it at that. We shouldn't look for them to be the voice of us, so to speak. And I agree.
And I agree with that. Only thing I know is I don't like how somebody probably pinned that for you, Floyd. Let's be honest, all right? So, with that being said, I would rather him think before he talks. If he was going to Gucci and they said, yo, Floyd, what about Gucci? I'd be like, I'd have said, I'm going to address it on my Instagram, but right now with my family, I'm going ahead with my friends, we're going to do a little shopping.
But do you think T.I. was capitalizing off the situation too, though? Because here's what one of Floyd's buddies said.
This is what I'm saying. I don't, when it comes to T.I., I don't know. And let me tell you why. The last couple of times, T.I., before even all this happened, and maybe 2 years ago, he had a song out off his, not Diamond Trap, but the one before that, he had a song out and he was talking about revolutionary stuff like that.
Floyd's buddy said it's fake activism for this reason. I guess like during the height of the Kaepernick situation, where T.I. was the super duper like supporter and like boycotting this, that, and the third.
Right.
He was also going to any and everybody's Super Bowl party. There was a couple parties that I guess the Money Team hosted that he attended, like with his DJ, things like that. So how can you support and boycott one thing, but then on the flip side, do everything against it? Whereas, I guess his main thing was T.I. and Floyd already have history, like outside of like Gucci, clothes, whatever, for various reasons. The fact that Floyd made a statement and not less than 2 hours later, there was already a diss track on iTunes, like directed strictly at Floyd, leads everybody to believe that this was already premeditated. Like T.I. just needed a reason.
This is all I'm gonna say. I stand by black owned if you can. If you can't, I don't mind Gucci, Louis, Prada. Like, I feel like if you already been buying those brands, you're gonna continue to buy no matter what happens on the outside. So that's on you. But make sure you shop. There's a lot of brands that you can shop that are black owned. But we gotta start. We have the same type of energy we can do. We got companies.
I think the biggest thing we could do is produce our own.
That's what I'm saying. We got companies that got the same leather. We got companies that got. But what thing we're a victim of. We want stuff to look good, but we're scared to be the first to try it, though.
I guess.
Because, you know what I'm saying? But y'all comment, let me know what y'all think down low. Let me know if if you're on Floyd's side, you know if you're on T.I. side. Let me know if you're neutral. Let me know your opinion. Just let me know. So
I just know it. None of these crazy brands are getting any more of my money.
yeah,
And it has nothing to do with black, white, orange, purple. This stuff is just way too overpriced.
nah, that's 100% fact.
And
So,
half the time we foster somebody that don't even like you anyway. So
yeah.
why waste the money?
So the teachers on. As you see, I'm more simple. So Spencer's was popping. Milano was popping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep it simple, baby. So with that being said, for art today, what do we got for that pieces of art today?
We had all kinds of craziness for art today. Before we get to the art, first of all, somebody said something about us not having sneakers last episode.
Yes.
Shut up. Alright? We was talking about real stuff. Don't worry about sneakers all the time. The world's
Yeah.
bigger than sneakers. All this is a sneaker show. Just know it's more than just sneakers here though. So
Yeah.
we got sneakers now.
Just know.
Yeah.
I don't
Shut
mind.
up.
I don't mind you saying that, but last episode was really passionate.
Shut up.
That's why it was a part 1, part 2.
Shut
But
up.
as you can see, the sneakers ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
And this really light. You really light.
Shut up.
Don't piss us off.
Shut up. Boom. First and foremost, we got a new Rizzoli. Now this is a new old Rizzoli. The reason I say this is because this is actually from New York Public Library. Yes, the New York. Don't ask how I got it, just know I got it.
Hey.
But opening ceremony. This is a brand that was started in 2002. It's a pretty big store actually in New York City, in Manhattan. And what they did is they're one of the first like major brands, I guess you could say, that brought like fashion, travel, culture from all different locations on the earth together in one simple place. And just, I guess this is Instagram before it was Instagram.
So you can see what the styles
So you
are.
can see what the different styles, the,
Okay.
like food, fashion, just everything you could think of, photography. Most of the photos in here are from Terry Richardson. I know he caught a lot of heat back in the day for his risque stuff, and he kind of got caught up in the whole Harvey Weinstein thing, but hopefully it turned out well for Terry. Nonetheless, like photography-wise, the dude was amazing. You got a forward by Spike Jonze. If you don't know who Spike Jonze is, do your Googles, film, Nike, you name it. He's done a lot of good stuff. So that was the first one, the first Rizzoli opening ceremony to add to the collection.
I like it a lot.
This one, it's not new, so to speak. It's actually from Tekashi's last show in Chicago. While I was in Chicago, I was unable to actually get one, and the wife surprised me for Valentine's Day, and she was able to, hit your boy with a Rizzoli that he really, really needed. As you can see, the MCA stamp for Chicago. This is The Octopus Eats Its Own Leg show. Pretty amazing. If you are familiar, if you're not familiar, do your Googles. We might post some pictures so you can see it throughout the episode. Just some dope stuff. Also remember, in June, there was the Virgil show in Chicago. Tekashi's work will be on display as well, and some of Kanye's stuff. So it was just something really dope to have, man. 2 Rizzolis in less than 2 days, man. It's just kind of crazy. I love it. I love collecting it. It's a good piece of art and literature.
So as you can see,
Don't finish. For the giveaways, MCA, Tekashi Murakami, boom. I got them for you. We get the subscribers up, we can get them. The authentics, the postcards, MCA exclusives. Boom. Subscribers.
all I'm gonna say is we just want to let y'all know that it's more than sneakers here. We talk about everything, whether it's politics, music, cultural. We talk about everything. The sneakers gonna be here. If you got something to say about the sneakers, let us know. Cause I'm pretty positive we know what we talking about.
He comes in spice.
You know what I'm saying? Just what's popping. But we just want to let y'all know there's a lot of stuff here. So
Supreme.
I'm about to get to that right now. So first week of Supreme, the February 18th is gonna be the lookbook, right?
I believe so. Supreme let me down. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll get into that in a second. Well, he's a little salty about an issue with Supreme. But first week of Supreme, I think February 18th is going to be the lookbook supposed to drop. Then after that, the first week online is February 25th.
It got pushed back a week. We don't know why, but it did get pushed
Yeah, it
back.
got pushed back a week. So, with that being said, there's a lot of good stuff Supreme dropping. The Dawn Leashes dropping. The pool table has been confirmed. Supreme pool table dropping. It's 2 more things I'm really excited about. Supreme and Rolex teaming up. Supreme and Jeff Koons teaming up.
Yep. And we're supposed to get a cause collab too.
Yeah, supposed to be. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one because that's gonna be crazy if we do.
If it does, there's only 3 that I'm going for certain. Rolex, I have to.
Right.
I'm a Rolex junkie. Rolex, Jeff Koons, because I'm kind of getting into his stuff now.
Okay.
And the cause. The cause is like, if I can't get anything else,
What the cause?
I gotta get a keychain, something.
Right.
I gotta get something.
So they dropped a bombshell today on us. They're gonna be doing a Funk Flex tee. If you're not familiar, he's a little upset by the Funk Flex. If you're not familiar, every year, so they both did a Rick Rubin tee like 2 Supreme seasons ago.
I see the stickers at least.
Yeah, we're still waiting on the Rick Rubin joint. Grammy Award winning producer. If you don't know who he is, please do your research. But
Ooh,
if
you don't know, you don't need to know.
Yeah, exactly. He was on Jay-Z documentary, Fade to Black, if you don't know. So me and him was talking, and we said that they could have done somebody other than Funk Flex.
Okay, this is my only take on it. Okay, so this is Supreme's 25th anniversary, first and foremost. That's what makes it such a big deal.
Right.
Right? Supreme, Jeff, what was it? No.
Jeff, no.
What is it? James, I'm sorry, I said Jeff. It's crazy. I'm so upset right now. James Jebbia, the founder of Supreme, right? He's UK, born, but Supreme itself.
Oh, sorry. Phone call. Give me 1 second.
He's still in the meeting.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
He's still in the
Hey,
meeting.
I'm coming right back.
On film,
Okay, right,
he's still
right.
in the meeting.
I don't know. I'll let you know as soon as. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
See, I don't know. He was in the meeting.
That's definitely that was my babysitter.
In the meeting. I don't know.
Apologize. Real life stuff happened.
It's okay. This is what we're here for. James Jebbia, UK born, bred, all that good stuff. But he founded Supreme in New York, NYC, Lower East Side, right? So I understand why it's such a big deal for New York. As we all know, it's just like a New York-based brand. Nothing against Funk Flex. I understand he's like the voice of New York, voice of the blah, 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 whatever. Right? But looking at Supreme's history, there is so many other like real staple New York gritty people
Right.
that he could have collabed with. Me and him had a conversation. He could have been Puffy.
Could have been Jay-Z.
Could have been, oh my God, it could have been Jay. If we just had to go like
Dame
DJ,
Dash.
it could have been Dame.
Beastie Boys.
Could have been Beastie Boys. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, it could have been Beastie
Wu-Tang
Boys.
Clan.
It could have been a real Wu-Tang, not just the Raekwon like thing.
Yeah,
Could've been
exactly.
Full Wu-Tang.
They still ain't done meth.
If we had to go DJ, could have did Red Alert, pay homage to like the founding fathers. They could have been. They could.
You know what? I'm gonna say some stuff. I'm gonna say stuff there. Y'all know.
Run DMC.
It could have been Large Professor, Pete Rock.
Ninth Wonder is actually from the Carolinas.
Yeah.
He's from South Carolina. No.
Yeah, Pete Rock. It could have been.
It's just
too many. It's too many names.
because you know why I said this though. No, I'm sorry, Joe.
Go.
Why I say this is because I understand Funk Flex and what he does, whatever. I'm not a big fan. Maybe that's part of the reason.
Right.
But like when I think Supreme, and I think of like that culture, like what that is. Funk Flex, he doesn't fit in any of that dynamic on any level. He doesn't relate to skate.
Right.
He doesn't relate to realistically streets. I mean, he just don't. I'm not saying he's not a street
so
dude. He just don't relate.
I'm gonna take the other
None
position.
of it.
I'm gonna take the other position of this, guys. So my position
I don't
is
want Funk Flex on a t-shirt.
yeah. My other position is going to be this.
I wouldn't wear it.
Funk Flex, longevity. That's one reason. Two. They also did the he started the freestyles in New York, and that became big. And this is later on. Now he's been on the radio so long. Funk Flex is a staple in the community of being on the radio.
Then let him stay on the radio.
They said over 20 years he's been on the radio.
Don't let him stay on the radio.
So
don't put him on the shirt.
I felt like that. This is what we're gonna find out. If you like, we're gonna find out who buys the shirt in New York.
Puffy invented the remix. Stop it.
Yeah. Now if Diddy's on the shirt.
But that's what I'm saying. You could have
Okay,
Jay.
but I'm saying is
New York.
it's different though. We gotta wait. They haven't done the Biggie yet. You know what I'm saying? They put a Biggie on the shirt. It's different.
And these are people who are notorious for wearing the bogos, by the way.
So let's just do this. Yo, comment below if you want
Flex.
Flex. Comment below if you like to cop the Funk Flex shirt. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or something with that. But to move into other things right now, we're moving into the cars giveaway.
Yep.
What do we got, man? What do we got?
So we already told you the Snoopy's on deck. So we got that for you. Tag's still on it. We're ready to let it go for the culture. Another cause shirt we found. Mind you, we already had the pile of a trillion cause shirts and all that other
You
good
seen
stuff.
the bag the episode before
And
last.
added another one to it. This one's a size large. Cause. You see the X's, you know what it is. New to the family, we got Elmo and Big Bird. Giveaways. Subscribers, we need them. You can have a whole cause pack in your house. The cause starter kit. To get your art game where it needs to be. The fours are still here, people. We need the subscribers. Come on now.
So, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know. So we really working hard. We got a lot of things coming up. We got a lot of things. We get
Custom coffee mugs coming soon. It's gonna be
facts
awesome.
for your coffee lovers. Come on, man. You know,
Tea if you don't drink coffee too.
exactly. So we also we'll get into a little more of it too. But a lot of legends have passed away from not being as healthy as they need to be. So that's a whole different episode. Just letting you know, look out for your health. Health means wealth.
That is a fact.
So, with that being said, is there anything else you need to talk about, sir, that you want to let the people know out there that's watching our show right now?
Nothing. Just keep following Eddie Von Clay, Eclectic Soul Cafe. The store is coming soon. We're trying to find a firm location
Facts.
that's good for everybody, good for us, good for you guys, good for the venue itself. But until then, stay tuned. The online is always booming. YPFP is always booming. So just know, even if we don't have a physical store, we're still selling, moving, and shaking. And we got you. On YouTube, we're always here. Please, comments, concerns, whatever, let us know how we can get better.
Please do. So, this has been the Soul Plug Show.
It has been.
Make sure you tune in, as you already know.
Satins are wild.
Subscribe!
Please.
Please.
I know y'all want this cost stuff. Please subscribe so I can give it away. It's cluttering up my house. I don't need it. I already have this stuff. I want it gone. Thanks.